I'm very tired, and I'm not feeling right. All I wish is to be alone. Go away,
yes.
Oh, stay away. Don't you invade my home. That's off if you hang outside. Don't come in. I'll only run and hide. Who can it be now? Paper clip. Who can it be now? Sunday morning. Who can it be now?
We're late.
Not my fault. Hey guys and dolls, how is everybody this fine Monday morning? Thank you. I was just about to grab the steering wheel and turn it down. Okay, so many of you have asked about.
To the road and floor it.
I'm not gonna floor it. Do you want to vlog? It would make it much easier if you held the camera. Thank you. Are you gonna turn it back and forth?
I'm holding the camera because we're late to school.
We're not late. Do you want me to drop you at the band hall or at the back, like where the shaftboard is, since you don't have the trumpet?
Yeah, just drop me at the back where the shaftboard is. I'm not visiting with people.
Okay, so a lot of people have asked about, in disbelief and dismay, about saving money on groceries and how I can feed
Couponing.
us. No, we don't coupon.
We don't coupon.
We don't coupon.
We don't
Tell
coupon.
them couponing, because I've already told them last week. I said it has nothing to do with couponing.
But do that. Do the couponing.
Couponing helps, absolutely, but we don't do couponing. And that's a whole nother thing. You're like way out here in the window, I can tell. But anyway, I guess y'all can hear my voice and look at the beautiful outside. Okay, so you are a wise young man.
Yeah.
So put the camera on yourself and give them 5 tips that they can save money on groceries, because I've taught you this.
Buy the store brand.
Yep.
Buy the store brand.
Oh, stop it! Where do you look on shelves?
End caps.
And?
Discount portions.
Right, where are the discounted ones located?
Usually at the back, by the loading docks.
And at the normal stuff, not the clearance.
Oh, normal stuff?
Like the normal stuff is on the bottom shelf and the top shelf.
Yeah.
So look for clearance, buy store brand.
Because it's not in your
What are 3 other things?
eyesight.
Do you need hints or do you want to think?
Give me hints.
Okay, what about boxes? Do you go to the grocery store to buy boxes or to buy ingredients?
Ingredients. Get ingredients.
You avoid what? Boxed foods as much as possible.
Yeah.
What is up with this crazy person not knowing how to drive this bike? Alright, so there's, what do we say, 3? Is that 3
Yeah.
or 4? 3? Okay, so what are a couple of other things?
I don't know, but he just kind of cut you off.
Yeah, everybody's cutting me off today and I'm going normal speed. Okay, like, what's the matter?
I'm getting hot.
Okay, well turn the heater off. Turn that off. Turn it off.
Yes, I'm wearing a jacket.
We're having bipolar weather here in Austin.
Yeah, it's not really.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. We're having some good music this morning. Let's think. What is another one that you know about?
You don't really need a lot of anything. You just kind of do stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
You got it.
You think I can go?
Yeah, because they were moving, so.
But yeah, I mean, here's a 17-year-old that does not shop for his family, and he already knows certain tips and tricks about grocery shopping. So I'm going to take y'all with me today. It's not going to be, again, normal grocery shopping because, as y'all remember, a couple weeks ago, I was gone. So the groceries I bought then were crazy and a lot because we were out of everything. Well, now I have all vegetables and no meat. So I'm going to be buying mainly meat this week, meat and some bread stuffs, but so I still haven't gotten a balance where I'm buying both, but I will show y'all some tips and stuff. But I guess that's it for now. Do you have anything else to tell me?
Nope.
So that's our vlog this morning.
Later, guys.
I'll see y'all in a little bit at the grocery store. Okay, as promised, I'm back here at the grocery store. Now, one of the things that is a key to grocery shopping, which seems kind of odd that this would be something to consider, but as I mentioned the other day, you've got to go to the grocery store when other people aren't there. So that does not include after school, after work, Saturdays and Sundays. So when are you going to go? You can still go on Saturday. You just have to drag your body out of bed and go early in the morning. Get there at like 8 in the morning when nobody's there, okay? Here's why. If there's a bunch of people there in the grocery store, you're going to just start throwing stuff in your cart to get out of there because you don't want to be there, okay? If you have to go after work, if you work 6 or 7 days a week and you are working all the time, then you're going to have to go at night. Not like at 4, 5, or 6 o'clock, but more like 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock at night, okay? Another thing is you only go to the grocery store once a week, period, end of discussion. If you have an intention to make, you know, a certain recipe that requires a certain ingredient and you don't get it at the grocery store because you forgot it or whatever, you don't get to go back and go to the grocery store. You go to the grocery store one time a week. And then you just make do. If you run out of food or whatever, you just make do. Okay, so one time a week, and that's all. So let's go inside. This is my friendly neighborhood grocery store. I only go to one grocery store. Some people drive all over creation and go 17,000 different grocery stores to get the sale or whatever. That may be wonderful if you're a crazy coupon clipper, but we'll talk about coupons at another time. I think coupons are just kind of silly in most cases. But anyway.
Okay, so as you know, we have a feral cat, so I have to get her some cat food. And a 3.5-pound bag will last us about a month. And I want you to watch something here. This is a 3.5-pound bag for $3.88. But if you're just looking at prices, you might get that one, but look, it's only 3 pounds. Okay, this is a helpful, green cleaner for about $3, and you can see the rest of them are about that same too. And I'll show y'all how I save money, and that's why I invest in that. While I was standing here, but this is another thing you need to do. I don't clip coupons, but I do in-store coupons, and look at this one. If you get Dawn, you're going to get a free Clorox bleach. So that's pretty cool. Bleach is only about $2, but that's still $2 saved. I want you to look at the prices on the top shelf, the middle, and the bottom shelf differences. See how the ones on the top shelf are less? Well, there you go. I would suggest on things like corn and stuff like that, that you get it frozen, not canned. I have to get some sugar, and I'm just gonna get the store brand. I'm just gonna get the store brand of sugar, and it'll last forever. Not really, but I could get this one, and it's $2.54 a bag. This is the one I got, and it is $2.32 a bag. So it's only a few cents, but a few cents add up. Okay, spices and seasonings are your best friends. All right, so I'm needing to get some chopped onions. Now, this is the one I got, store brand, for $2.89, or I could have spent a lot more for $5.24, which is the better bargain. Saving money on groceries is a skill, just like anything else. It requires discipline, and the more you do it, the more you find what your savings are. So, do I buy organic? Yes, I do. There are certain things that I do buy organic, and I will not buy anything else. But it's usually my grocery store actually has store brand organic, so check that out at your grocery store. But some examples of things that I buy organic that I will not buy anything else but organic is milk. I get 2% milk that is organic. I get any kind of lettuce, leafy greens, anything like that you're going to eat the whole vegetable, like broccoli. When they have organic broccoli, I'll do that. Most of the time I do frozen, or just the top of the broccoli. But anytime you're going to actually eat the item you want it to be organic. Get some organic spices or something like that, because spices last forever until you run out of them. But yeah, that's, you know, don't waste a lot of money on organic right now, but don't feel like you can't do it either. Okay, y'all, some other stuff I didn't get to show you because there was too many people in there. I'm about an hour behind this morning on my schedule, so I wasn't able to get in there early enough where there wasn't a lot of people, so I didn't get to show you some stuff. But for example, and I have exceptions to these, okay, so these are not hard and fast rules, but they are principles and rules that you need to follow. Okay, let's talk about things like rice for a minute. You will find all kinds of boxed rice mixes, like for Cajun rice or for yellow rice or dirty rice, or, you know, Japanese or Asian style rice, I should say, stuff like that. Okay, that's ridiculous. You don't ever do that. Do not ever buy box mixes of stuff. You can use those box mixes as good inspiration. Read the ingredient list on it and find out what kind of spices they use in it, or find a good recipe for it. But when you're doing rice, you should only be buying bagged rice, okay? A 1 or 2 pound bag of rice, which is going to last, in my case, a family of 2, it lasts us for a long time. But that will last you a very long time. And most, you know, like 1.5 pound bags of rice are about $1. Okay, so that's how you're going to save money right there. Same thing holds true for beans, any kind of dried beans and things like that. Not green beans, but like black-eyed peas, navy beans, lentils, things like that. Okay, do not ever buy them pre-made in a can, okay? Always get dried beans. And if you don't know how to prepare dried beans, let me know in the comments below. I'll do a video on it. Now here's another thing too. If you have a farmer's market that's local, then you can go and buy fresh beans and you don't have to get them dry, which is even better. And then you can just shell them or buy them shelled and put them in some water, a little bit of water, and then put them in the freezer. So, you know, until you're ready to cook them, that is. A pound bag of beans or something like that, it's about $1, okay? A prepared can of beans that's 12 ounces or so, which basically is 4 or 5 servings, that's going to be like $2 or $3, okay? So go ahead and buy dried beans, dried rice, things like that, dried noodles. Do not buy I saw some frozen macaronis and stuff, and I'm just going, what? Just buy the dried macaroni, dried, you know, angel hair pasta, whatever it is that you like. Buy that dry. Buy the store brand. Easy peasy way to save money. Okay, so one of the basic things when you are going into the grocery store is that, first of all, right now as you're watching this video, I want you to stop and think about the grocery store that you go to right now, okay? What is the grocery store? Picture it in your mind, you know, imagine the layout of it and all that kind of stuff. Now, think in your mind right now where the produce section is. Think in your mind right now where like the milk and butter and eggs and stuff like that is, and cheese. Think in your mind right now where the meat, fresh chicken, seafood, you know, think about where all that stuff is, okay? Now, I can guarantee you, unless you have a bizarre grocery store, or it's not in America. Let me say that, because here in America, they're all going to be laid out the same way. But I can guarantee you all those things that I just named you are in a U shape on the outside perimeter of your grocery store. And then you can think about where your frozen foods are, which is going to almost be right down the middle of the store. And then all the rest of it is either snack foods like chips and sodas, or it's prepackaged foods, or it's cereals, you know, things like that, okay? Any of that stuff that's not on those perimeters, that's not on those, you know, the outside edges, that's not food, okay? The stuff that's on those perimeters are ingredients. The only other aisles you should be going down besides those is things like, you know, if you got to get toiletries and cleaning supplies, obviously. But then The only other places you need to be going is like to the spice aisle where the spices are. You will need to go to the condiments aisles because that's where vinegars and things like that are that you're going to need to cook with. And things like wherever your sugar and flour is. Sometimes it's on the spices aisle, sometimes it's not. But those are the only places you need to be going in your grocery store. I don't know when the last time was that I bought some kind of a prepackaged food that was already made up. I can't think of anything. And that's the whole deal, is that, again, with grocery shopping, it's a skill that you have to learn like anything else. If you don't know how to cook, don't be afraid of it. It's so easy to cook. It really is. I was discouraged from cooking, shall we say, because it made a mess. And so for years, I didn't know how to cook anything. And then I came across a person in my life that told me that, hey, you know what? Try something. If it doesn't work out, throw it away. You don't have to eat it. And that took away all of the apprehension of me, learning to cook. So I encourage that to you first of all. And one of the easiest things to do is to look up some recipes. And if you can find recipes that have 3 or 4 ingredients and that's it, do it. Go for it. People talk about how difficult it is to cook a meal and everything like that. Every day, just about, unless it's warmed over not TV dinners, unless it's warmed over leftovers, I can do a full meal from scratch in about 20 minutes. And that is nothing. That is, you put everything on to cook, you walk away from it, you set a timer, you go flip some laundry, you go get the mail, go through the mail, do whatever it is, and then bada boom, bada bing, 20 minutes later, your meal is ready. So, don't feel like you have to do crazy involved foods. That's one of the things I think that people are dismayed that I can spend so little on groceries, is because I don't do anything fancy. Restaurants, eating out, that's for fancy. That's for special time. What I don't understand is why people will spend, $4, $5, $6 on what I call fake ice cream to have in their freezer every day, and they're eating this substandard, subpar ice cream, when instead, if they went once a week to a Haagen-Dazs store or to, we have Amy's Ice Cream or any other kind of creamery like that, and get just the most delicious, intense, cream and sugar and all that stuff. I don't understand why people don't do that. And they would opt for, I want to say a bad word again, really garbage, frozen treats or something, or ice cream. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. So we don't do that. Cereal is another big waste of your money. Cereal is the biggest lie fed to literally the American public. Cereal is like the worst breakfast you could do. Cereal in my home is a treat. It's a snack food. It's after school, have a bowl of cereal. Every once in a while, we'll do a cereal. Like this weekend, I had cereal on, I think it was Saturday morning. That's the first bowl I've had in like 2 weeks or something. Oatmeal, that's a good thing. It's a cereal product, but it's not cereal, okay? Things like toaster pastries, Pop-Tarts, Nutri-Grain bars and all that. It's not food. It's not nutritious. I don't care what the label is in it. I don't care if it says it's a breakfast bar. I don't care what it says. It's not food. It's a snack. You need to liken those things to candy bars. So if you wouldn't eat candy bars, then for breakfast, you don't need to be eating, garbage. Just don't eat garbage. Please don't eat garbage. Okay, so again, this went really long, but I hope y'all got some more ideas about it. This will be for today's video. Now, I am going to try my best next week to do a full-on menu is set, so then I go grocery shop and I buy the ingredients, okay, to show y'all exactly my, the ingredients that I bought and the tape and the receipt. Sorry I haven't done it before. But like I said, right now I've got, there's a little bird on a tree over there, a little robin. I've got plenty of vegetables in my house. So right now this week I bought meat, meat and some bread. And I bought some cleaning products and stuff because I was out. But yeah. So I hope this helped. Leave some comments in the area below. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, share the video, and that's it, I guess, for today. So you guys and dolls have a delicious, delightful, delirious day, and I will see you tomorrow.